Andy's room was a treasure trove of wonders. Scattered toys lay like a colorful quilt, from plastic dinosaurs to a trusty cowboy hat perched on the bedpost. Moonlight slipped through the window, painting silver stripes across the floor. Under the bed, where socks and dust bunnies usually hid, something glowed. It wasn't the flicker of a forgotten flashlight or the twinkle of a stray Christmas bulb. This was a soft, pulsing light, like a tiny star breathing in the dark. Woody, the cowboy doll with a heart as big as Texas, noticed it first. He was pacing the floor, his boots clicking softly, thinking about Andy. Their boy was growing up, spending more time with books than toys, and Woody felt a little lost. He stopped, squinting at the glow. "Hey Buzz," he called, his voice low but curious. "Come look at this." Buzz Lightyear, the space ranger with a shiny suit and a knack for adventure, was polishing his laser button. He zipped over, his boots squeaking. "What's the situation, Woody?" he asked, peering under the bed. His green eyes widened. "That's no ordinary glow. That's a Class 3 anomaly." The light came from a marble, no bigger than a grape, nestled in a pile of lint. It shimmered with swirls of blue, green, and gold, like a galaxy trapped in glass. Woody reached for it, his cloth fingers brushing its smooth surface. It was warm, humming faintly, like a kitten purring. "Careful, Woody," Buzz warned, scanning it with his wrist communicator. "Unknown energy signature. Could be dangerous." Woody chuckled. "Dangerous? It's just a marble, Buzz. Probably one of Andy's old toys." But as he picked it up, the marble flared brighter, and the room spun. A whirl of colors swallowed them. Woody's hat flew off, and Buzz grabbed his arm. "Hold on," they shouted together, their voices echoing as if in a tunnel. The world twisted, stretched, and popped. They landed with a thud on a soft, bumpy surface. Woody groaned, rubbing his head. Buzz sprang up, laser ready. "Status report," he barked. "Where are we?" Woody stood, dusting off his vest. His hat lay nearby, and he plopped it back on. They were in a strange, vibrant land. Towers of colorful blocks stretched into the sky, some red, some blue, clicking together like giant puzzle pieces. Bridges arched over rivers of sparkling liquid that looked like melted crayons. The air smelled sweet, like warm cookies. "This ain't Andy's room," Buzz Woody said, turning in a circle. The marble was still in his hand, glowing softly now. Buzz scanned the horizon. No life signs yet. But this place is built like a fortress. Or a toy box. Before Woody could reply, a clatter echoed behind them. A figure leaped from a block tower, landing with a click. It was a girl made of shiny plastic blocks, her hair a cascade of yellow bricks. She wore a purple cape that fluttered like a flag. "Who are you?" she demanded, her voice sharp but kind. Her name, they'd learn, was Lily. "I'm Woody and this is Buzz," Woody said, tipping his hat. "We're not sure how we got here." Lily's eyes locked on the marble. "Where did you get that?" she whispered, stepping closer. Buzz stepped in front of Woody. "Classified information," he said, his hand on his laser. "State your purpose." Lily frowned but softened. "I'm a warrior of Blockhaven," she said. "That marble, it's special. Our kingdom's falling apart and it might be the key to saving it." Woody looked around. The towers were beautiful, but some leaned dangerously, blocks crumbling like dry cookies. A distant rumble shook the ground, and a red tower wobbled. "Save it how?" Woody asked. Lily's eyes sparkled with hope. "Come with me," she said. "I'll show you. But we have to hurry. The sun sets soon, and if we don't fix this, we'll all be stuck." They followed Lily through Blockhaven, weaving past clicking sculptures and hopping over gaps where blocks had fallen. Buzz muttered about energy readings, while Woody clutched the marble, its warmth spreading through his stuffing. Lily led them to a plaza where block creatures bustled, stacking bricks to repair a cracked wall. A clumsy knight made of green blocks tripped, scattering pieces. "That's Tom Brixton," Lily said, giggling. "He tries hard." Tom waved, his helmet wobbling. "Hi, new friends," he called. "Want to build a castle?" Lily shushed him. "No time, Tom. We need to see Mr. Click." Before they reached the wise old block creature Lily mentioned, a shadow darted across the plaza. It was small, like a scurrying mouse, but made of smoky wisps. It hissed, its eyes red as berries, and lunged for the marble. Woody yanked his hand back, but the shadow sprite was fast. It snatched the marble and vanished into a crack between blocks. "No!" Woody yelled, diving after it. Buzz grabbed his arm. "Negative, Woody. We need a plan." Lily's face paled. "That was a shadow sprite," she said. "They've been wrecking everything. Without that marble, we're doomed." The ground shook again, and a blue tower in the distance crumbled, blocks raining down. The block creatures gasped, rushing to rebuild. Woody's heart sank. They were far from Andy's room, in a world falling apart, and their only way home was gone. Buzz squared his shoulders. "Mission update," he said. "Retrieve the marble. Save the kingdom." Woody nodded, but worry gnawed at him. Could they do this without Andy? Lily grabbed their hands. "Together we can," she said. "But we have to find the sprite now. Follow me." They ran toward the crack where the sprite had vanished, the sun dipping lower, casting long shadows. Woody glanced at Buzz, who gave a determined nod. Whatever this place was, they'd face it together. But as they reached the crack, a cold laugh echoed from within, and the ground trembled harder. What was waiting for them down there? And what did the marble really do? The crack in the Blockhaven Plaza was narrow, like a jagged smile in the colorful ground. Woody peered into its shadows, his cloth heart thumping. The stolen marble was down there, carried off by that sneaky shadow sprite, and with it, their only way back to Andy's room. The air felt heavy, thick with the sweet scent of Blockhaven's crayon rivers, but a chill crept up Woody's boots. Beside him, Buzz Lightyear scanned the crevice with his wrist communicator, its tiny screen blinking. "No clear readings," he muttered. "This place is messing with my tech." Lily, the Lego warrior princess, knelt by the crack, her purple cape fluttering. "We can't go in blind," she said. "Those sprites are tricky. We need a plan." Woody tipped his hat back, thinking hard. Blockhaven stretched around them, a dazzling world of clicking blocks stacked into towers, bridges, and statues. Red, blue, and yellow bricks gleamed under a sky that swirled like a spilled paintbox. But the beauty hid trouble. A distant tower swayed, its blocks clattering like loose teeth. The ground shivered, and a green arch nearby shed a few pieces, making Tom Brixton, the clumsy Lego knight, yelp. "Watch out," he called, dodging a falling brick. His helmet tipped over his eyes, and he stumbled into a pile of blocks. Lily sighed. "Tom, stay put," she said. "You're gonna break something." Buzz turned to Woody. "We need to understand this kingdom's structural integrity," he said. If it's collapsing, our mission just got bigger. Woody nodded, glancing at Lily. Tell us more about Blockhaven, he said. Why is it falling apart? Lily stood, her blocky hands twisting nervously. It started weeks ago, she said. Towers crumble every day. The shadow sprites mess with the blocks, pulling them loose. We rebuild, but it's never enough. If the sun sets and the kingdom's not whole, it might stop existing. And us with it. Her voice wobbled, and Woody felt a pang. She was brave, but scared, just like him. Let's move, Woody said. We'll figure out the kingdom and get that marble back. Lily led them across the plaza, past block creatures stacking bricks to patch a wall. Tom trailed behind, humming a tune, his armor clanking. The team climbed a spiral staircase of blue blocks to a high platform overlooking Blockhaven. From there, the kingdom sparkled like a toy box come to life. Rivers of liquid color wound through valleys of stacked bricks. A castle of golden blocks glowed in the distance, but cracks spiderwebbed its base. Another rumble shook the ground, and a red tower tilted, blocks tumbling like spilled candy. Buzz pointed. That's not random, he said. The collapse pattern suggests sabotage. Lily nodded. The sprites target the strongest structures, she said. Like they want us to fail. Woody clutched his hat, thinking of Andy. He'd always trusted Woody to keep things together. We'll stop them, Woody said. But first, we need to help here. He pointed to a wobbling bridge below, where block creatures struggled to stack bricks before it fell. Let's lend a hand, he said. Maybe we'll find a clue about the sprites. They hurried down to the bridge, where a crowd of block creatures clicked and clacked, passing bricks. Tom tripped, scattering a pile. Sorry, he said, scrambling to help. Lily showed Woody and Buzz how to snap blocks together, each piece fitting with a satisfying click. It's like building a fort, Woody said, grinning. Buzz analyzed the bridge. Optimal design requires symmetry, he said, stacking bricks in neat rows. The bridge steadied, and the creatures cheered. Nice work, Lily said, but her smile faded as another rumble hit. The red tower in the distance groaned, then crashed, blocks exploding outward. Tom gasped, pointing at the wreckage. Look, he shouted. Something's there. The team ran to the fallen tower, dodging stray bricks. In the rubble, a flat stone block lay uncovered, carved with strange swirls that glowed faintly, like the marble had. Lily traced the carving, her eyes wide. This is old, she whispered. From before Blockhaven started falling. Buzz scanned it. Similar energy signature to the marble, he said. This could be a lead. Woody felt a spark of hope. Maybe this was a piece of the puzzle, a hint about why they were here. But before they could study it, Tom tried to lift the stone and slipped, knocking a pile of loose blocks. They tumbled, hitting a nearby statue, which wobbled and fell, smashing into a wall. The wall cracked, and a whole section of the plaza sank, blocks clattering into a pit. Tom froze, his helmet askew. I didn't mean to, he stammered. Lily groaned, but Woody patted Tom's shoulder. Mistakes happen, he said. Let's fix it. The block creatures rushed to rebuild, but the pit was deep, and the sun was sinking lower, painting the sky orange. Lily grabbed Woody's arm. That carving, she said. It's a clue, but we can't stay here. The sprites will come back, and the marble's still out there. Buzz nodded. Strategic retreat, he said. We regroup, analyze the carving, and track the sprite. Woody looked at the pit, then at the glowing carving. He felt the weight of leading, like he did with Andy's toys. "Okay," he said. "But we're not giving up on this kingdom. Let's find Mr. Click. Maybe he knows what this carving means." As they turned to leave, a hiss echoed from the pit. Red eyes glinted in the shadows, and a shadow sprite darted out, clutching something that pulsed with light. The marble. It vanished into another crack, and the ground shook harder, a yellow tower creaking nearby. Lily's face hardened. "They're taunting us," she said. Woody clenched his fists. "Then we'll catch them," he said. But as they stepped toward the crack, a deep laugh rumbled from below, cold and sharp, like breaking glass. Something bigger was watching. What had they stumbled into? And could they fix Blockhaven before it all fell apart? Thank you for listening to these incredible stories. Our team would really appreciate it if you give us a like and comment. Your opinion is very important to us. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you are not subscribed. The Blockhaven Plaza buzzed with the clatter of bricks as block creatures scrambled to patch the sunken pit. Woody's boots crunched on scattered blocks, his eyes fixed on the crack where the shadow sprite had vanished with the glowing marble. That cold laugh from below still echoed in his stuffing, like a chilly wind in a warm room. Beside him, Buzz Lightyear adjusted his wrist communicator, its beeps faint against the kingdom's rumbles. "Negative on tracking that sprite," he said, frowning. "This environment's interfering with my systems." Lily, her purple cape snapping in the breeze, pointed to a winding path of green blocks. "We need Mr. Click," she said. "He's the wisest in Blockhaven. If anyone knows about that carving or the marble, it's him." Woody glanced at the fallen yellow tower, its blocks strewn like spilled popcorn. The carved stone they'd found glowed faintly in the rubble, its swirls teasing a secret. Tom Brixen, the clumsy Lego knight, was trying to stack nearby bricks but knocked over a pile instead. "Oops," he called, his helmet wobbling. "I'll fix it." Lily sighed. "Stay here, Tom," she said. "Help the builders. We'll be back." Tom saluted, scattering more blocks. Woody chuckled. "He's got heart," he said. Lily nodded, but her eyes were serious. "Come on," she said. "The sun's dropping fast." The team followed the green path, weaving through Blockhaven's wonders. Towers of red and blue blocks sparkled, but cracks ran through many, and some leaned like tired trees. A bridge of orange bricks arched over a river that shimmered like liquid sapphires. Woody sniffed the air, sweet with the scent of warm sugar. "This place is amazing," he said. "But it's hurting." Buzz scanned a crumbling wall. "Structural decay at an alarming rate," he said. "We need answers." Lily led them to a grove where blocks formed leafy shapes, clicking softly, like a chorus of happy crickets. At its center stood a dome of silver bricks, glowing faintly under the colorful sky. Inside, Mr. Click waited. He was a creature of ancient blocks, his body a patchwork of faded colors, like a quilt stitched by time. His eyes, two shiny black bricks, twinkled with wisdom. "Welcome, travelers," he said, his voice slow and creaky, like an old rocking chair. "I am Mr. Click. You seek the glowing heart, yes?" Woody stepped forward, holding out his hands. "We found a marble," he said. "It brought us here, but a shadow sprite stole it. And we saw a carving. Can you help?" Mr. Click tilted his head, blocks clicking. "The heart of Blockhaven," he said. "It holds the kingdom's beat. But its rhythm falters. Shadows stir where light should shine. Buzz raised his communicator. We need specifics, he said. What's the marble's function? And the carving's origin? Mr. Click chuckled, a sound like tumbling pebbles. Straight to the point, space traveler, he said. But truth hides in riddles. Listen well. He leaned closer, his voice dropping. When blocks align and hearts combine, the glowing heart will mend the line. Seek the builder's ancient sign, before the sun's last light does pine. Woody blinked. A riddle, he said. Can't you just tell us? Mr. Click's eyes gleamed. Clarity comes to those who build, he said. Start with the bridge by the sapphire stream. Lily frowned. The bridge, she said. It's falling apart. We were there yesterday. Mr. Click nodded. Build it true, he said. And look beneath. The team thanked him and hurried out, the riddle swirling in Woody's mind. The sun hung lower, painting the sky in pinks and golds, and a distant rumble shook the ground. Another tower must have fallen. At the sapphire stream, the bridge was worse than before, its orange blocks crumbling into the glittering water. Block creatures worked frantically, but the gaps were wide. Let's help, Woody said. Maybe we'll find that sign Mr. Click meant. Buzz took charge, directing creatures to stack bricks in neat rows. Precision is key, he said. Woody and Lily passed blocks, snapping them together. The work felt good, like fixing a toy for Andy. But Buzz's communicator sparked and died, its screen black. Blasted tech, he muttered. This kingdom's too old school for my gear. Woody grinned. Sometimes old school works best, Buzz, he said. Just keep stacking. The bridge grew stronger, but a shadow flickered at the stream's edge. Red eyes glinted, and a sprite hissed, tossing a black block into the water. The stream bubbled, and the bridge shook, blocks popping loose. Lily gasped. They're back, she said. Woody spun, ready to chase, but the sprite vanished. The block creatures panicked, dropping bricks. Stay calm, Woody called, his voice steady, like when he rallied Andy's toys. We've got this. They rebuilt faster, but Woody noticed something under the bridge, half buried in the stream bed. A flat stone, like the carved one, glowed with faint swirls. Look, he shouted, pointing. Lily dove in, splashing through the shimmering water, and pulled it free. It's another sign, she said, holding it up. The swirls matched the first carving, but these formed a shape, like a tiny hand. Buzz studied it. Possible map fragment, he said. But we need more data. The bridge held, and the creatures cheered, but the sky was now a deep orange. Time was slipping away. Lily clutched the stone. Mr. Click said to look beneath, she said. This must be what he meant. But why are the sprites fighting us? Woody felt a chill. That laugh from the pit, he said. Something's controlling them. Something big. As they planned their next move, a sharp crack split the air. The silver dome, Mr. Click's home, wobbled in the distance, blocks tumbling. Red eyes glowed from its doorway, and a sprite darted out, clutching the marble. It laughed, the same cold sound, and vanished into the grove. What was it planning? And could they catch it before the sun set? The grove of blocky trees shimmered under Blockhaven's fading light, their leafy bricks clicking like a lullaby. But Woody's heart raced as he stared at the silver dome, Mr. Click's home, now tilting dangerously. Blocks clattered from its roof, and the shadow sprite's cold laugh lingered in the air. That sneaky creature had darted off with the glowing marble again, its red eyes mocking them. Lily clutched the carved stone they'd found under the bridge, its swirls shaped like a tiny hand. Her purple cape fluttered, but her face was pale, her blocky fingers trembling. "We have to follow it," she said, her voice tight. "That marble's our only hope." Buzz Lightyear scanned the grove with his wrist communicator, its screen flickering. "No lock on the sprite," he said. "But the dome's structural failure is critical. We need to stabilize it." Woody nodded, his cowboy hat casting a shadow. "Mr. Click might be in trouble," he said. "And he knows more about the marble. Let's move." Lily hesitated, her eyes darting to the stone in her hands. Woody noticed. "You okay, Lily?" he asked, his voice soft, like when he comforted Andy's toys. She forced a smile. "I'm fine, Woody," she said. "Just worried about the kingdom." But something in her tone felt heavy, like a secret she wasn't ready to share. They hurried toward the dome, dodging fallen bricks. The grove's sweet air, like warm marshmallows, mixed with the dusty smell of crumbling blocks. In the distance, Tom Brixton's clanking armor echoed as he helped block creatures rebuild a wall. "Stay safe, Tom," Woody called. Tom waved, nearly dropping a brick. "Got it," he shouted, his helmet slipping. Buzz muttered. "That knight's a walking hazard." Woody chuckled. "He's trying, Buzz. Like us." At the dome, they found Mr. Click outside, his ancient blocks creaking as he stacked bricks to prop up the entrance. "You return," he said, his black brick eyes twinkling. "The shadows grow bold." Lily held up the carved stone. "We found this under the bridge," she said. "Is it the builder's sign you mentioned?" Mr. Click tilted his head, clicking softly. "A piece of the puzzle," he said. "The hand of creation. But more signs wait, hidden where shadows creep." Woody frowned. "Why do the sprites want the marble so bad?" he asked. Mr. Click's voice dropped. "It holds Blockhaven's heart," he said. "Without it, the kingdom fades. With it, shadows gain power." Buzz crossed his arms. "Then we secure the marble and neutralize the sprites," he said. "Strategic priority." Mr. Click chuckled. "Bravery builds, but wisdom binds," he said. "Start with the wall by the Golden Castle." The team thanked Mr. Click and headed for the castle, its golden blocks gleaming despite cracks at its base. The sky burned orange, the sun sinking fast. Woody felt the weight of time, like sand slipping through his fingers. At the castle, block creatures worked to repair a massive wall, its blue and red bricks crumbling. "Let's help," Woody said. "Maybe we'll find another sign." They joined the effort, snapping blocks together. Buzz organized the creatures into rows, barking orders like a space commander. Lily worked quietly, stacking bricks with precision, but her eyes kept flicking to the carved stone, now tucked in her cape. Woody pulled her aside. "Lily, what's wrong?" he said. "You're acting like something's eating you." She looked away, her blocky cheeks flushed. "It's nothing, Woody," she said. "I just want to save Blockhaven." Woody put a hand on her shoulder. "We're a team," he said. "You can tell me." Lily bit her lip, then sighed. "That carving," she whispered. "It reminds me of something. Someone. But I can't talk about it yet." Woody nodded. "When you're ready, I'm here," he said. She smiled, a little lighter, and they returned to building. The wall grew tall, its bricks clicking like happy frogs. But a rumble shook the ground, and a shadow sprite appeared, tossing a black block at the wall. It stuck, and the bricks around it wobbled, glowing faintly. "Get it!" Woody shouted, lunging. Buzz aimed his laser, but the sprite vanished, its hiss echoing. Lily pried the black block free, and Tom, who'd just arrived, tripped over a brick, falling into the wall. A hidden panel popped open, revealing a glowing brick inside, carved with swirls like the stone. "Another sign!" Lily gasped, pulling it out. The swirls formed a tiny star, pulsing softly. Buzz scanned it. "Energy matches the marble," he said. "This is no coincidence." Woody looked at Lily, who clutched the brick tightly. "What aren't you telling us?" he asked gently. Lily's eyes filled with worry. "I don't know everything," she said. "But these signs, they're tied to Blockhaven's past. To why it's falling." Before Woody could press her, Tom pointed. "Look!" he shouted. Across the plaza, the golden castle trembled, its cracks widening. Red eyes glowed from the shadows, and the sprite appeared, holding the marble. It laughed, cold and sharp, and darted into a tunnel beneath the castle. The ground shook harder, and a tower crumbled nearby. Lily's face hardened. "We can't let it get away," she said. Woody grabbed her arm. "We will," he said. "But we need you to trust us. Whatever you're hiding, it's okay." Lily nodded, but her eyes were distant. Buzz squared his shoulders. "Mission update," he said. "Pursue the sprite. Secure the marble. Save the kingdom." As they ran toward the tunnel, the sun dipped lower, casting long shadows. The castle loomed, its golden glow fading. What was Lily keeping from them? And what waited in the dark below? The tunnel beneath the golden castle gaped like a dark mouth, its edges jagged with broken blocks. Woody's boots echoed as he peered inside, the shadow sprite's cold laugh still ringing in his ears. The glowing marble, their ticket back to Andy's room, was in there, clutched by that pesky creature. The air smelled damp, like wet cardboard, a stark contrast to Blockhaven's sweet, sugary breeze. Lily stood beside him, gripping the carved brick with its starry swirls, her purple cape still. Her eyes flickered with something unspoken, but she nodded. "We have to go in," she said. Buzz Lightyear adjusted his wrist communicator, its screen dim. "Minimal readings," he said. "This tunnel's a tech blackout. Stay sharp." Woody tipped his hat, trying to shake the worry gnawing at his stuffing. Lily's secret, whatever it was, hung heavy, but they had to focus. "The sun's almost down," he said. "Let's get that marble and save Blockhaven." Lily led the way, her blocky steps steady, while Buzz scanned for threats. The tunnel sloped downward, its walls a patchwork of mismatched bricks, some glowing faintly, others cracked. Above, the golden castle groaned, its blocks shifting, and a distant rumble shook the ground. Tom Brixton had stayed behind to help block creatures reinforce the castle's base. "Keep it standing," Tom Woody had said. Tom saluted, his helmet slipping. "You got it, boss," he'd replied, already tripping over a brick. The tunnel twisted, growing darker. Woody's cloth fingers brushed the walls, feeling tiny carvings, like the ones on the stones they'd found. "These feel old," he said. "Like they've got stories." Lily glanced back, her voice soft. "They do," she said. "Blockhaven's built on secrets." Woody wanted to ask more, but a hiss echoed ahead. Red eyes glinted in the gloom, and the sprite darted past, the marble pulsing in its smoky claws. "There!" Buzz shouted, lunging. The sprite zipped into a side passage, and the team gave chase, their footsteps clattering like a toy parade. The passage opened into a vast cavern, its ceiling a mosaic of glowing blocks, like stars in a plastic sky. Piles of loose bricks littered the floor, and shadowy corners hummed with movement. The sprite stood on a jagged platform, holding the marble high. It laughed, its voice sharp, like cracking ice. "You can't have it," it hissed. "The heart belongs to the shadows." Woody stepped forward. "That marble's not yours," he said. "Give it back and we'll help fix Blockhaven." The sprite's eyes narrowed. "Fix it," it mocked. "You don't know what you've stumbled into, cowboy." Buzz aimed his laser, its light flickering. "Stand down," he said. "Or face Space Ranger justice." The sprite tossed the marble into the air, catching it with a sneer. "Justice," it said. "Try catching me first." It hurled a black block at them, and the cavern shook, bricks raining from the ceiling. Lily Dove, pulling Woody aside as a red block crashed where he'd stood. "Thanks," Woody said, catching his breath. Lily nodded, but her eyes were on the sprite. "It's stalling," she whispered. "Something's coming." The sprite leaped to another platform, and Buzz charged after it, his boots skidding on loose bricks. Woody and Lily followed, dodging falling blocks. The cavern's glow pulsed, matching the marble's rhythm, and Woody felt a strange warmth, like the marble was calling him. Buzz reached the platform, but the sprite vanished into a crack, leaving the marble teetering on the edge. "Got it!" Buzz shouted, grabbing it. The marble flared, its light blinding, and Buzz stumbled, his laser sparking. Woody caught him. "You okay, Buzz?" he asked. Buzz shook his head, dazed. "That thing's got power," he said. "More than I thought." Lily climbed up, her cape snagging on a brick. She stared at the marble, her face tight. "It's unstable," she said. "We need to get it to Mr. Click. Now." But before they could move, the cavern rumbled, and more sprites poured from the shadows, their red eyes like a swarm of fireflies. They hissed, circling the platform, tossing black blocks that stuck to the walls, glowing ominously. Woody's heart sank. "There's too many," he said. Buzz stood, gripping the marble. "We'll make a stand," he said. "Protect the asset." Lily shook her head. "We run," she said. "Follow me." She leaped to a lower platform, Woody and Buzz scrambling after her. The sprites chased, their hisses echoing. Woody's legs pumped, his hat nearly flying off. He thought of Andy, how he'd always trusted Woody to lead. "You can do this," he told himself. Lily weaved through the cavern, dodging bricks, until they reached a narrow tunnel. "In here," she shouted. They squeezed inside, the sprite's claws scraping behind. The tunnel was tight, its walls pulsing with faint light, and Woody felt the marble's warmth in Buzz's hands, like a tiny heartbeat. They emerged into a small chamber, its floor covered in glowing carvings, like the ones on the stones. The sprite's hisses faded, as if they couldn't follow. Lily panted, her cape torn. "That was close," she said. Buzz held up the marble, its glow unsteady. "This thing's a liability," he said. "We need answers." Woody looked at Lily. "You know more than you're saying," he said gently. "Those carvings, the marble. What's going on?" Lily's eyes glistened. "I want to tell you," she said. "But I'm scared. It's about my family. About why Blockhaven's breaking." Before Woody could reply, the chamber shook, and a deep laugh rumbled, colder than the sprites. The marble pulsed wildly, and a crack split the floor, revealing a dark pit. Red eyes glowed below, bigger than any sprites, and a shadowy shape moved, too big to see clearly. The marble's light flickered, and Lily gasped. "It's waking," she whispered. Woody grabbed her hand. "What's waking?" he asked. But the pit glowed brighter, and the laugh grew louder. What had they stirred? And could they escape with the marble before it was too late? The small chamber glowed with the eerie light of carved swirls, their patterns dancing on the blocky walls like secrets waiting to be told. Woody clutched Lily's hand, his cloth fingers tight, as the deep laugh from the pit below faded into a chilling echo. The glowing marble in Buzz Lightyear's hands pulsed wildly, its blue, green, and gold swirls flickering like a storm in a bottle. The crack in the floor gaped wider, red eyes glinting from the darkness, bigger than any shadow sprites. Lily's voice trembled. "It's waking," she whispered again, her purple cape trembling. Woody's heart thumped. "What's waking, Lily?" he asked, his voice steady despite the fear in his stuffing. Buzz stepped forward, his Space Ranger suit gleaming. "Hostile entity detected," he said, his wrist communicator sparking. "We need to evacuate with the marble. Now." Lily shook her head, her blocky eyes wide. "We can't just run," she said. "The marble's unstable. If we don't fix it, Blockhaven's done for." Woody looked at the pit, then at the marble. Its glow felt alive, like it was trying to tell them something. "We need Mr. Click," he said. "He'll know what to do." Lily nodded, clutching the carved brick with its starry swirls. "Let's go," she said. "But stay close." They scrambled out of the chamber, the tunnel's walls pulsing with faint light. The sprites' hisses were gone, but the air felt heavy, like a storm was brewing. Woody's boots clattered on loose bricks, and Buzz kept the marble close, its glow lighting their path. Lily led them upward, her steps quick but careful. The tunnel opened to Blockhaven's surface, where the sky burned a deep red, the sun barely a sliver above the horizon. The golden castle loomed nearby, its cracks wider, blocks tumbling like falling stars. Tom Brixton waved from a pile of bricks, his helmet askew. "You're back," he shouted, tripping over a red block. "Did you get the marble?" Buzz held it up. "Asset secured," he said. "But we've got bigger problems." Woody glanced at Lily, who was staring at the marble, her face tight. Whatever she was hiding, it was tied to that pit, those eyes. They hurried to Mr. Click's silver dome, now propped up with extra bricks. The old block creature stood outside, his faded bricks clicking softly. "You return with the heart," he said, his black brick eyes twinkling. "But its beat is wild. Speak, travelers. What stirs below?" Lily held out the carved brick. "We found another sign," she said. "And something in a pit. Something big." Mr. Click tilted his head, creaking. "The Shadow's Keeper," he murmured. "It hungers for the heart. But the Builder's Code can calm it." Woody leaned in. "Builder's Code?" he asked. "What's that?" Mr. Click's voice grew slow, like a bedtime story. "A structure," he said. "Built with care, to match the heart's rhythm. Stack the blocks as the signs command, and the heart will steady. Fail, and shadows claim all." He pointed to the carved brick. "Start there. The star guides." Buzz frowned. "We need a blueprint," he said. "Specifications." Mr. Click chuckled, a sound like tumbling pebbles. "The signs are your map," he said. "Build by the sapphire stream. Woody felt a spark of hope, like when Andy used to build forts with him. "We can do this," he said. "Let's get to the stream." But as they turned, a rumble shook the ground, and a red tower in the distance crumbled, blocks scattering. Tom gasped. "Not again," he said, dodging a stray brick. Lily's eyes hardened. "The sprites are back," she said. "They know we have the marble." At the sapphire stream, the bridge they'd fixed stood strong, but the water bubbled oddly, like it was nervous. Block creatures gathered, passing bricks, their clicks frantic. Woody studied the carved brick's starry swirls. "It's like a pattern," he said. "We need to build something that matches it." Lily nodded, snapping blocks together. Tom, back from the castle, hauled a pile of blue bricks. "I've got an idea," he said, stacking them in a wobbly star shape. "It's like my toy fort back home." Buzz raised an eyebrow. "Amateur design," he muttered, but helped adjust the blocks, making the star sharper. The structure grew, its blue and yellow bricks clicking into a glowing star, mirroring the carving. The marble's pulses slowed, its glow steadier. "It's working," Woody said, grinning. But a hiss broke the air, and shadow sprites swarmed from the stream, their red eyes blazing. They tossed black blocks, which stuck to the star, making it wobble. "Get them off," Lily shouted, prying one free. Woody and Buzz fought back, kicking black blocks into the water, but the sprites were fast, darting like fish. Tom swung his sword, missing and scattering bricks. "Sorry," he yelped, diving to rebuild. The sprites circled, one lunging for the marble in Buzz's hands. Woody tackled it, his hat flying off. The sprite hissed and vanished, but more came, their hisses blending into that deep laugh from the pit. The star structure shook, half its bricks loose. Lily's face fell. "We're losing it," she said. Woody grabbed her shoulder. "We're not done," he said, his voice firm, like when he rallied Andy's toys. "Tom, keep building. Buzz, guard the marble. Lily, with me." They stacked faster, but a sprite tossed a black block that hit Tom, knocking him into the stream. He flailed, splashing. "Help!" he shouted. Buzz dove in, pulling Tom out, but the marble slipped from his grip, rolling toward the sprites. "No!" Woody yelled, lunging. Lily caught it just in time, her cape snagging on a brick. The sprites hissed, retreating into the shadows, but the star was crumbling, and the marble pulsed wildly again. The sun was gone, the sky a deep purple. Woody panted, his hat back on. "We're out of time," he said. Lily clutched the marble, her eyes glistening. "Not yet," she said. "But we need more signs. And I need to tell you something." Before Woody could ask, a deep rumble shook the stream, and red eyes glowed from the water, bigger than ever. The laugh returned, louder, closer. What was coming for them? And could Lily's secret save them? The sapphire stream sparkled under Blockhaven's twilight, its waters rippling like a sheet of liquid stars. But the air was thick with tension, the deep laugh from below still echoing in Woody's ears. The half-built star structure lay in ruins, its blue and yellow bricks scattered like spilled candy. The glowing marble, clutched tightly in Lily's blocky hands, pulsed unevenly, its swirls of blue, green, and gold flickering like a tired heartbeat. Woody's cloth heart sank as he looked at the purple sky, the sun gone, its last light fading. Tom Brixton, soaked from his tumble into the stream, shook water from his armor, his helmet wobbling. "That was close," he said, trying to smile. Buzz Lightyear scanned the shadows, his laser ready. "Hostile retreat confirmed," he said. But they'll be back. Lily's eyes glistened, her purple cape drooping. I need to tell you something, she said, her voice small. Woody stepped closer, his cowboy hat casting a soft shadow. We're listening, Lily, he said, gentle as when he comforted Andy's toys. But before she could speak, a rumble shook the ground, and red eyes flashed in the stream, then vanished. The laugh faded, but the chill lingered. Woody's stuffing prickled. Whatever's down there, it's watching us, he said. We need to move. Buzz nodded. Regroup at Mr. Click's dome, he said. We stabilize the marble and plan our next move. They hurried through Blockhaven, the kingdom's towers leaning under the darkening sky. Cracked blocks clattered, and block creatures worked frantically, their clicks like a nervous song. The sweet air, like warm cookies, felt heavy now, laced with dust. Woody's boots crunched on loose bricks, his mind racing. He'd always led Andy's toys, keeping them safe, but Blockhaven was different. No Andy, no familiar room. Just a crumbling world and a marble that could trap them forever. Doubt crept in, cold as the shadows. Could he really lead here? At the silver dome, Mr. Click waited, his ancient blocks glowing faintly. The heart trembles, he said, his black brick eyes on the marble. The builder's code is begun, but shadows fight hard. Lily held up the carved brick with its starry swirls. We tried, she said. The star was working, but the sprites ruined it. Mr. Click creaked, leaning closer. Courage builds, he said. But trust binds. Share your burdens, warrior. Lily looked down, her blocky cheeks flushed. Woody put a hand on her shoulder. Whatever it is, we're a team, he said. Tell us. Lily took a deep breath, her voice shaky. It's my brother, she said. He was a builder, the best in Blockhaven. He made the marble, long ago, to keep the kingdom strong. But he vanished, and the shadows came. Those carvings, they're his. I think he's still here, somewhere, but I'm scared to hope. Her eyes glistened, and Woody's heart ached. He thought of Andy, how he'd do anything to keep him safe. We'll find him, Lily, he said. Or figure out what happened. You're not alone. Lily smiled, wiping her eyes. Thanks, Woody, she said. I was afraid you'd think I was hiding too much. Buzz crossed his arms. Tactical update, he said. The marble's tied to Lily's brother, and the carvings are his work. We need the next sign to complete the code. Mr. Click nodded. Seek the tower by the Crimson Bridge, he said. Its base hides truth. Woody felt the weight of leading again, heavier now. What if he failed Lily, or Blockhaven? He pushed the thought down. Let's go, he said, but his voice wavered. Buzz noticed, raising an eyebrow. You good, Woody, he asked. Woody forced a grin. Fine, Buzz, he said. Just thinking. They reached the Crimson Bridge, its red blocks arching over a river of liquid gold. The tower beside it wobbled, its green bricks cracked. Block creatures stacked bricks to brace it, but the ground kept shaking. Let's help, Woody said, grabbing a brick. Maybe the sign's here. They worked fast, snapping blocks together, but Woody's hands fumbled, his doubt growing. What if he wasn't enough without Andy? Lily noticed, passing him a brick. You're doing great, Woody, she said. We need you. Her words warmed him, like a hug, but the doubt lingered. Tom, hauling bricks, tripped and knocked over a pile, revealing a hidden block at the tower's base. It glowed, carved with swirls like a tiny flame. Another sign, Lily gasped, pulling it free. Buzz scanned it. Energy signature matches, he said. We're on the right track. But a hiss broke the air, and shadow sprites swarmed from the river, their red eyes blazing. They tossed black blocks, which stuck to the tower, making it sway. Hold the line, Buzz shouted, kicking a black block away. Woody froze, the doubt choking him. Could he keep everyone safe? Lily grabbed his arm. Woody, snap out of it, she said. We need you. Her voice cut through, like Andy calling his name. Woody nodded, grabbing a brick and stacking it fast. Together they rebuilt, but the sprites were relentless, their hisses blending into that deep laugh. The tower groaned, and a black block hit Tom, pinning his leg. Help, he yelped. Buzz freed him, but the marble in Lily's hands flared, its glow wild. It's reacting, Lily said, panic in her voice. To what, Woody asked, but the river bubbled, and red eyes glowed below, bigger, closer. The laugh roared, shaking the bridge. Woody's doubt flared, but he gripped a brick. They had to keep going. What was the marble doing? And could he lead them through the shadows?
The crimson bridge trembled under Blockhaven's starry sky, its red blocks clicking like nervous chatter. Woody's boots gripped the ground as he stacked bricks to steady the swaying green tower, his cloth heart pounding. The shadow sprites had vanished into the golden river, their red eyes and cold laughs lingering like a bad dream. Lily held the glowing marble tightly, its wild pulses lighting her worried face. The carved brick with its flame-like swirls lay at her feet, another clue to the builder's code. Tom Brickson rubbed his leg where a black block had hit him, his helmet crooked. That stung, he said, but I'm okay. Buzz Lightyear scanned the river, his laser ready. Hostiles retreated, he said. But they're plotting something. We need to act fast. Woody's doubt still gnawed, but Lily's trust had sparked a fire in him. He thought of Andy, how he'd always believed in Woody's leadership. We've got the marble and another sign, he said, picking up the carved brick. Let's get back to Mr. Click. He'll know what's next. Lily nodded, her purple cape fluttering. The tower's safe for now, she said. But the marble's acting weird. It's like it's scared. Buzz frowned, his wrist communicator sparking. This environment's tech hostile, he said. But I've got an idea to speed things. They hurried to Mr. Click's silver dome, weaving through Blockhaven's crumbling towers. The kingdom's sweet air, like warm candy, was thick with dust, and block creatures worked tirelessly, their clicks a hopeful hum. The dome stood firm, its extra bricks holding strong. Mr. Click greeted them, his ancient blocks creaking. The flame sign, he said, eyeing the carved brick. The builder's spark. You draw closer to the code. Woody set the brick down. The marble's going wild, he said. And something big's in the shadows. Can you help? Mr. Click's black brick eyes twinkled. Build the flame, he said. By the Emerald Plaza. Match the sign, and the heart calms. But shadows guard their secrets well. Buzz stepped forward, his suit gleaming. I've got a plan, he said. We're building too slow. I'll design a gadget-powered crane to stack blocks faster. Maximum efficiency. Woody raised an eyebrow. A crane, Buzz, he said. This place runs on bricks, not tech. Buzz grinned. Trust me, Woody, he said. I'm a space ranger. Lily looked skeptical but shrugged. If it helps, let's try, she said. Tom clapped, scattering bricks. Cool, he said. Like a giant toy robot. Mr. Click chuckled, a sound like rolling pebbles. Innovation builds, he said. But heart binds. At the Emerald Plaza, the ground sparkled with green blocks, like a field of lime candy. A half-built wall wobbled, and block creatures passed bricks, their clicks frantic. Buzz surveyed the area, sketching a crane with his finger in the air. "We'll use local materials," he said. "Bricks for the frame, vines from the grove for cables. Woody, Lily, gather supplies. Tom, help me assemble." They worked fast, hauling green and yellow bricks while Lily rolled vines into ropes. Woody felt a flicker of hope. Buzz's confidence was catchy, like Andy's excitement when building a new toy set. The crane took shape, its blocky arm towering like a friendly giant. Buzz rigged a pulley system, using a glowing brick as a counterweight. "It's perfect," he said, pulling a vine to lift a stack of bricks. The crane swung, placing them in a flame pattern, matching the carved brick's swirls. The marble's pulses slowed, its glow steadying. "It's working," Lily said, her eyes bright. Tom cheered, tripping over a vine. "Awesome," he said, scrambling up. Woody grinned, but his doubt lingered. Could they keep this up? Then a hiss split the air. Shadow sprites swarmed from a nearby arch, their red eyes blazing. They tossed black blocks, one hitting the crane's arm. It wobbled, bricks clattering. "Protect the structure," Buzz shouted, kicking a black block away. Woody and Lily stacked bricks to shield the crane, while Tom swung his sword, missing the sprites but scattering their blocks. The crane lifted another stack, but a sprite climbed the vines, gnawing them. The pulley snapped, and the crane's arm crashed, blocks tumbling like a broken toy. "No!" Woody yelled, diving to save a falling brick. Lily clutched the marble, its glow flickering again. The sprites hissed, circling, and that deep laugh echoed from the arch, colder than ever. Buzz's face fell. "My design," he said, stunned. "Failed." Woody grabbed his arm. "It was a good plan, Buzz," he said. "We'll rebuild." But Lily pointed to a figure among the sprites, a block creature in a dark cloak, its eyes hidden. It wasn't a sprite. It tossed a black block and vanished, the sprites following. "A traitor," Lily whispered. "In Blockhaven." The plaza grew quiet, the crane in ruins. The marble pulsed wildly, and the sky darkened, stars blinking nervously. Tom rubbed his helmet. "Who was that?" he asked. Buzz clenched his fists. "New mission parameter," he said. "Identify the traitor." Woody looked at Lily, her face pale. "That cloaked figure," he said. "Could it be tied to your brother?" Lily shook her head, unsure. "I don't know," she said. "But we're running out of time." The ground rumbled, and red eyes glowed from the arch, bigger, closer. The laugh returned, shaking the plaza. What was hiding in Blockhaven? And could they trust anyone to find it?
The Emerald Plaza lay still under Blockhaven's starry sky, its green blocks glinting like a sea of mint candies. The wrecked crane loomed like a broken toy, its scattered bricks a painful reminder of the Shadow Sprite's attack. Woody stood among the rubble, his cowboy hat tilted, his cloth heart heavy. The glowing marble in Lily's hands pulsed unevenly, its swirls of blue, green, and gold flickering like a candle in the wind. That cloaked figure, the one who led the sprites, wasn't one of them. A traitor in Blockhaven. The thought stung, like finding a crack in Andy's favorite toy. Buzz Lightyear scanned the arch where the figure had vanished, his laser dim. "No residual signatures," he said. "Whoever they were, they're gone. For now." Lily's purple cape hung limp, her blocky face pale. "A traitor," she whispered, clutching the marble. How could someone here help the shadows? Tom Brixton, brushing dust from his armor, frowned. "Maybe they're just confused," he said, his helmet slipping. "Like when I mix up my left and right boots." Woody shook his head. "This was planned, Tom," he said. "They knew exactly what they were doing." He glanced at Lily, her eyes distant, fixed on the carved brick with its flame-like swirls. Was she thinking of her brother, the builder who'd made the marble? Woody's doubt flickered, but he pushed it down. They needed answers. We should check with Mr. Click, Woody said. He might know who'd turn against Blockhaven. Buzz nodded. Strategic regroup, he said. We secure the marble and investigate the traitor. Lily hesitated, then tucked the carved brick into her cape. Let's go, she said, her voice shaky but firm. They hurried through the kingdom, its towers leaning under the weight of cracks. The air, once sweet like warm cookies, now carried a dusty edge, and block creatures worked in quiet worry, their clicks soft. The silver dome glowed faintly, a beacon in the dark. Mr. Click stood outside, his ancient blocks creaking as he stacked bricks to reinforce the dome. Shadows cast long webs, he said, his black brick eyes on the marble. And now a false builder walks among us. Woody stepped forward. You knew about the traitor, he asked. Mr. Click tilted his head, clicking slowly. I felt a discord, he said. A heart turned from the light. The builder's code will reveal them, if you build true. Lily held up the marble. The flame structure failed, she said. But we have the sign. Where next? Mr. Click pointed to the horizon. The arch by the violet stream, he said. Its shadow hides the next sign. But trust carefully, warriors. Woody's stuffing prickled. Trust was hard when someone was hiding in plain sight. They thanked Mr. Click and headed for the violet stream, its waters shimmering like liquid amethysts. The arch, a curve of blue blocks, stood tall but cracked, its base littered with loose bricks. Block creatures worked nearby, repairing a wall, their clicks nervous. Let's start building, Woody said, grabbing a brick. Maybe the signs under the arch. Buzz organized the creatures, his voice sharp. Precision stacking, he said. No errors. Lily snapped bricks together, but her eyes darted around, searching the crowd. Tom hauled a pile of bricks, humming off-key. Think it's one of them, he whispered, nodding at the creatures. Woody frowned. Don't jump to conclusions, Tom, he said. But keep your eyes open. They built a low platform, matching the flame sign's swirls, and the marble's pulses slowed, its glow steadier. It's working, Lily said, a spark of hope in her voice. But Woody noticed her watching Tom, her brow furrowed. You suspect him, he asked quietly. Lily bit her lip. He's clumsy, she said. Too clumsy. What if it's not an accident? Woody's heart sank. Tom was their friend, but doubt crept in, like dust under Andy's bed. The platform grew, its bricks clicking like happy crickets. But a hiss broke the air, and shadow sprites swarmed from the stream, their red eyes blazing. They tossed black blocks, one hitting the platform, making it wobble. Protect the build, Buzz shouted, kicking a black block away. Woody and Lily stacked faster, while Tom swung his sword, scattering bricks instead of sprites. Sorry, he yelped, tripping. Lily's eyes narrowed. Tom, stop, she snapped. You're making it worse. Tom froze, hurt in his eyes. I'm trying, Lily, he said, his voice small. Woody stepped between them. Easy, Lily, he said. He's on our side. Lily sighed, rubbing her face. I'm sorry, Tom, she said. I'm just scared. Tom nodded, but his helmet drooped. The sprites retreated, but a cloaked figure appeared at the arch's edge, tossing a black block that glowed ominously. It wasn't a sprite, its shape too solid, its cloak hiding its face. The block stuck to the platform, and the bricks shook, glowing faintly. Get it off, Woody shouted, lunging. Buzz pried it free, but the figure vanished, its laugh cold, like the one from the pit. The platform held, and Tom, trying to help, pushed a loose brick. It clicked, and a hidden panel under the arch popped open, revealing a glowing brick carved with swirls, like a tiny wave. "Another sign," Lily gasped, pulling it free. Buzz scanned it. "Energy matches the marble," he said. "But that traitor's working with the sprites." Woody looked at Lily. "We need to talk about your brother," he said. "If he made the marble, maybe he's the key." Lily nodded, her eyes glistening. "Soon," she said. "I promise." But the ground rumbled, and the arch creaked, blocks tumbling. Red eyes glowed from the stream, bigger than ever, and the deep laugh roared, shaking the air. The marble flared, its glow wild. "It's getting stronger," Lily said, panic in her voice. Woody grabbed her hand. "We'll stop it," he said, but the doubt returned. Who was the traitor? And what was rising from the shadows? The violet stream shimmered under Blockhaven's twinkling stars, its waters glinting like a river of crushed jewels. Woody stood by the blue arch, his cowboy hat tilted, his cloth heart racing. The glowing marble in Lily's hands pulsed wildly, its swirls of blue, green, and gold swirling like a tiny storm. The carved brick with its wave-like swirls lay at her feet, another piece of the builder's code, but the traitor's cloaked figure and that deep laugh from the stream weighed heavy. Tom Brixton dusted off his armor, his helmet wobbling after the sprite attack. "That was spooky," he said, trying to sound brave. Buzz Lightyear scanned the arch, his wrist communicator flickering. "Hostile activity escalating," he said. "We're running out of time to stabilize the marble." Woody's doubt lingered, but Lily's trust and Tom's effort kept him going. He thought of Andy, how he'd always counted on Woody to fix things. "We've got another sign," he said, picking up the carved brick. "Let's find Mr. Click. He'll know where to build next." Lily nodded, her purple cape catching the starlight. "The traitor's out there," she said, her voice low. "We need to be careful." Buzz squared his shoulders. "New mission parameter," he said. "Neutralize the traitor while completing the code." Tom gulped. "Neutralize?" he asked. "Like a hug." Woody chuckled. "Something like that, Tom," he said, but his eyes scanned the shadows. They hurried through Blockhaven, its towers leaning under the weight of cracks. The sweet air, like warm sugar, was thick with tension, and block creatures worked quietly, their clicks a nervous hum. The silver dome glowed softly, a safe haven. Mr. Click stood outside, his ancient blocks creaking as he adjusted a brick. "The wave sign," he said, his black brick eyes on the carved brick. "The builder's flow. You near the heart of Blockhaven?" Woody leaned in. "The heart?" he asked. "Is that where the marble belongs?" Mr. Click nodded, clicking slowly. "A chamber deep below," he said. "Build the wave by the crystal spire. Its light will guide you. But shadows guard the path." Lily clutched the marble, its glow unsteady. "The traitor's helping the sprites," she said. "Why?" Mr. Click's voice dropped. "A heart turned bitter seeks the dark," he said. "Trust your bond, warriors." Woody felt a chill. The traitor could be anyone, but he trusted Lily, Buzz, and Tom. "Let's move," he said, his voice firm, pushing down his doubt. They reached the crystal spire, a tower of clear blocks sparkling like frozen raindrops. Its base glowed faintly, but cracks spiderwebbed its sides. Block creatures stacked bricks to brace it, their clicks urgent. Let's build the wave, Woody said, grabbing a brick. Maybe the heart's close. Buzz directed the creatures, snapping blue and white bricks into a flowing pattern, like the carved brick swirls. Lily worked beside him, her eyes darting to the shadows. Tom hauled bricks, humming off-key, but his steps were careful, like he felt the team's tension. The wave structure grew, its bricks clicking like a happy stream, and the marble's pulses slowed, its glow steadier. "It's working," Lily said, a smile breaking through. Woody felt a spark of hope, like when Andy finished a tricky puzzle. But Buzz paused, staring at the spire's base. "Energy spike," he said, his communicator buzzing. "Something's under there." Woody and Lily pushed a loose brick, and a hidden panel clicked open, revealing a staircase spiraling down. "The heart of Blockhaven," Lily whispered, her eyes wide. Buzz led the way, laser ready, the marble lighting their path. The stairs opened to a vast chamber, its walls pulsing with glowing blocks, like a giant heartbeat. At its center stood a pedestal, carved with swirls matching the marbles. "That's it," Woody said. "Where the marble goes." But a hiss echoed, and shadow sprites swarmed from the walls, their red eyes blazing. They tossed black blocks, one hitting Tom, who yelped and fell. "Protect Tom," Buzz shouted, kicking a black block away. Woody helped Tom up, his helmet askew. "I'm okay," Tom said, but his voice shook. Lily clutched the marble, dodging sprites, but a cloaked figure appeared, its face hidden. It tossed a black block that stuck to the pedestal, glowing ominously. The chamber shook, and the marble flared, its light blinding. Lily stumbled, and Woody caught her. "We can't lose it," he said. But the figure laughed, cold and sharp, and the sprites surged, trapping Lily against a wall. "Help!" she cried, the marbles slipping from her hands. Woody lunged, but a sprite knocked him back, and the marble rolled toward the figure. Buzz dove, grabbing it just in time, but the chamber rumbled, and red eyes glowed from a crack in the floor, bigger than ever. The deep laugh roared, shaking the walls. "It's here," Lily whispered, pinned by sprites. Woody's heart raced. They were so close to the heart, but the traitor and the shadows were closer. He grabbed a brick, ready to fight. Could they save Lily and the marble? And what was waking in the dark? The heart of Blockhaven pulsed with a soft glow, its walls of glowing blocks humming like a lullaby trapped in stone. Woody's boots skidded on the chamber floor as he clutched a brick, his cloth heart pounding. Lily was pinned against a wall by shadow sprites, their red eyes glinting like angry stars. The glowing marble, now in Buzz Lightyear's hands, flared wildly, its swirls of blue, green, and gold swirling like a storm. The cloaked traitor had vanished, but its cold laugh echoed, blending with the deeper roar from the crack in the floor. Tom Brixton stood shakily, his armor clanking, his helmet askew. "We gotta help Lily," he said, gripping his sword. Buzz nodded, his laser ready. "Priority 1," he said. "Rescue and secure the marble." Woody's doubt flickered, but Lily's cry cut through it, sharp as a bell. "Help," she called, struggling against the sprites. He thought of Andy, how he'd never let a friend down. "We're coming, Lily," he shouted, charging forward. Buzz fired his laser, its light scattering the sprites, who hissed and darted back. Woody reached Lily, pulling her free as Tom swung his sword, missing the sprites but knocking a black block away. "Thanks guys," Lily panted, her purple cape torn. "But the marble, it's going crazy." Woody glanced at Buzz, who held the marble tightly. Its glow pulsed faster, like a scared heartbeat. The chamber shook, and the pedestal at its center, carved with matching swirls, glowed faintly. "That's where it belongs," Woody said, pointing. But the crack in the floor widened, red eyes glowing below, bigger than ever. The deep laugh roared, making the walls tremble. Lily's face paled. "It's getting stronger," she said. "We need to finish the builder's code." Buzz frowned, scanning the pedestal. "The wave structure's incomplete," he said. "We need to build it here." Woody nodded, grabbing a brick. "Let's do it," he said, his voice firm, pushing down his sphere. They worked fast, snapping blue and white bricks into a flowing wave pattern around the pedestal, matching the carved brick's swirls. Tom hauled bricks, his steps steadier now. "I'm helping, right?" he asked, grinning. Lily smiled, stacking beside him. "You're doing great, Tom," she said. The wave grew, its bricks clicking like happy raindrops, and the marble's pulses slowed, its glow steadier. "It's working," Woody said, hope sparking like a new toy in Andy's hands. But the sprites returned, swarming from the crack, tossing black blocks that stuck to the wave, making it wobble. "Hold the line," Buzz shouted, kicking a black block away. Woody and Lily rebuilt, but Lily paused, her eyes glistening. "I need to tell you everything," she said, her voice shaky. "About my brother." Woody grabbed her hand. "Now, Lily?" he asked, dodging a sprite. She nodded, stacking a brick. "He was the best builder," she said. "He made the marble to keep Blockhaven alive. But he thought he could make it stronger, so he went to the shadows. He never came back. I think the traitor might be him, or know him." Her voice broke, and Woody's heart ached, like when Andy left a toy behind. "We'll find him, Lily," he said. "Or the truth. You're not alone." Lily wiped her eyes, her cape fluttering. "Thanks, Woody," she said. "Let's finish this." They built faster, the wave nearly complete, but the marble flickered, its glow dimming. "It's fading," Buzz said, panic in his voice. The chamber rumbled, and the sprites surged, their hisses blending with the deep laugh. Tom tripped, scattering bricks, but one hit a hidden panel in the wall. It clicked open, revealing a glowing brick carved with swirls, like a tiny cloud. "Another sign," Lily gasped, grabbing it. Buzz scanned it. "Energy matches," he said. "But the marble's losing power." Woody looked at the pedestal, then the crack. The eyes below glowed brighter, the laugh louder. "We need to place the marble," he said. But the sprites lunged, one snatching at Buzz's arm. He stumbled, and the marble rolled free, stopping at the crack's edge. "No!" Woody yelled, diving for it. Lily caught it, but a sprite tackled her, pinning her again. Woody and Buzz fought back, but the wave structure shook, half its bricks loose. Tom swung his sword, scattering sprites. "I got this," he shouted, but the chamber trembled, and the pedestal glowed ominously. Lily struggled, the marble slipping. "It's too strong," she said, her voice desperate. The laugh roared, and the crack widened, a shadowy shape rising, too big to see clearly. Woody's heart raced. They were so close to the heart, but the marble was fading, and Lily was trapped. He grabbed a brick, ready to build. Could they finish the code in time? And what was the shadow becoming? The heart of Blockhaven thrummed with a fading glow, its walls of pulsing blocks flickering like a tired dream. Woody's boots skidded on the chamber floor as he gripped a brick, his cloth heart racing. Lily was pinned by shadow sprites, their red eyes blazing, the glowing marble slipping from her hands. Its swirls of blue, green, and gold dimmed, like a star losing its shine. Buzz Lightyear fought off sprites, his laser sparking, while Tom Brixton swung his sword, scattering black blocks. The pedestal at the chamber's center glowed faintly, its carved swirls begging for the marble. But the crack in the floor gaped wider, red eyes glowing below, and a deep laugh roared, shaking the air. Woody's stuffing prickled. Whatever was down there was close. "We've got to free Lily," Woody shouted, dodging a sprite. Buzz nodded, kicking a black block away. "Priority 1," he said. "Rescue and secure the marble." Tom yelped as a sprite lunged at him. "I'm trying," he said, his helmet wobbling. Woody charged, pulling Lily free as Buzz fired his laser, scattering the sprites. Lily clutched the marble, panting. "Thanks," she said, her purple cape torn. "But it's fading fast." Woody glanced at the wave structure, half crumbled, its blue and white bricks scattered. The carved brick with its cloud-like swirls lay nearby, another piece of the builder's code. "We need to finish the wave," he said. "It's our only shot." They rebuilt, snapping bricks into the flowing pattern, matching the cloud sign's swirls. The marble's glow steadied slightly, but the sprites surged again, tossing black blocks that stuck to the wave, making it shake. "Hold the line," Buzz shouted, guarding the marble. Woody stacked bricks, thinking of Andy, how he'd trusted Woody to fix any mess. Lily worked beside him, her eyes fierce. "My brother started this," she said. "I'll finish it." Tom hauled bricks, his steps clumsy but determined. "We're a team," he said, grinning. The wave grew, its clicks like happy bubbles, but the crack's red eyes glowed brighter, the laugh louder. Woody paused, the carved brick in his hands. "Mr. Click said the heart's tied to a guardian," he said. "Lily, could that be your brother?" Lily's face tightened. "Maybe," she said. "He was Blockhaven's protector before he vanished." "But why would he help the shadows?" Buzz frowned, scanning the crack. "Energy spike," he said. "Something's emerging." The chamber shook, and a shadowy shape rose from the crack, too big for the light to reveal. Its laugh was cold, like breaking glass, and the marble flickered, its glow nearly gone. "We need Mr. Click," Woody said, his voice firm despite the fear. "He'll know about the guardian." Lily nodded, clutching the marble. "Let's get out," she said. They fought through the sprites, Buzz leading with his laser, Tom swinging wildly. The tunnel to the surface was narrow, its walls pulsing faintly. The sprites chased, their hisses echoing, but the team burst into Blockhaven's night air, the sky a blanket of stars. The crystal spire loomed, its clear blocks cracked but glowing. Block creatures worked nearby, their clicks nervous. At the silver dome, Mr. Click waited, his ancient blocks creaking. "The heart weakens," he said, his black brick eyes on the marble. "The guardian's shadow stirs." Woody stepped forward. "The guardian?" he asked. "Is it Lily's brother?" Mr. Click tilted his head, clicking slowly. "Once he built with light," he said. But shadows tempted him, and he fled to their depths. "The heart can call him back, if built true." Lily's eyes glistened. "He's still here," she whispered. "I knew it." Woody put a hand on her shoulder. "We'll find him," he said, like he'd promised Andy's toys a safe home. Mr. Click pointed to the spire. "Build a beacon," he said. "Its light will pierce the shadows. But beware the traitor's hand." Buzz clenched his fists. "We'll flush them out," he said. They returned to the spire, stacking clear and yellow bricks into a tall beacon, its shape like the cloud sign's swirls. The marble's glow steadied, and the spire hummed, casting a soft light. "It's working," Tom said, clapping, then tripping over a brick. Lily smiled, but her eyes scanned the crowd, wary of the traitor. The beacon glowed brighter, but a hiss broke the air, and sprites swarmed, led by the cloaked figure. It tossed a black block, hitting the beacon, making it wobble. "Protect it," Woody shouted, stacking bricks. Buzz fired his laser, scattering sprites, but the figure vanished, its laugh cold. The beacon held, its light piercing the sky, and a faint glow appeared under the spire, like a hidden door. "A chamber," Lily gasped. "It's below." Woody's heart raced. The guardian, the traitor, the heart, all tied together. But the ground rumbled, and the spire shook, red eyes glowing from below. The laugh roared, closer now. What was in that chamber? And could they reach it before the shadows did? The crystal spire sparkled under Blockhaven's starry sky, its clear blocks casting rainbows despite the cracks creeping up its sides. Woody stood by the glowing beacon, its yellow and clear bricks humming like a happy firefly. The glowing marble in Lily's hands pulsed softly, its swirls of blue, green, and gold steadier now, but the deep laugh from below the spire sent chills through his stuffing. The hidden door they'd found, glowing faintly under the spire's base, beckoned like a secret waiting to be told. Buzz Lightyear scanned the door, his wrist communicator buzzing. "Energy signature matches the marble," he said. "This chamber's critical." Tom Brixton adjusted his helmet, his armor clanking. "Is it a treasure room?" he asked, eyes wide. Lily's purple cape fluttered, her face tense. "It's more," she said. "It's about my brother." Woody's heart thumped. The guardian, Lily's brother, was tied to the shadows, maybe even the traitor. But the beacon's light gave him hope, like Andy's smile when a toy was fixed. "We need to go in," he said. "Whatever's down there, it's the key to saving Blockhaven." Buzz nodded. "Mission update," he said. "Secure the chamber and complete the builder's code." Lily clutched the marble, her blocky hands trembling. "I'm ready," she said, but her voice wavered, like she feared what they'd find. Tom raised his sword. "Let's be heroes," he said, tripping over a brick but catching himself. They pushed the glowing door, its blocks clicking open to reveal a spiral staircase descending into darkness. The marble lit their way, its glow bouncing off walls carved with swirls, like the signs they'd found. The air was cool, smelling of dust and old bricks, a far cry from Blockhaven's sweet, sugary breeze. Woody's boots echoed, his doubt flickering. Could he lead them through this? Lily's trust kept him steady, like Andy's hand holding him tight. The stairs opened to a small chamber, its walls pulsing with faint light. At its center sat a stone table, covered in relics, a tiny block hammer, a faded cape, and a glowing brick carved with swirls, like a tiny sun. Lily gasped, her eyes glistening. "These are his," she said, touching the hammer. "My brother's." He was the guardian. Woody put a hand on her shoulder. "He's still part of this, Lily," he said. "We'll figure it out." Buzz scanned the relics. "Artifacts of significant power," he said. "This sun signs the next piece of the code." Tom picked up the cape, draping it over his armor. "Cool," he said, then yelped as the table glowed, revealing a hidden slot shaped like the marble. "That's where it goes," Woody said, hope sparking. But a hiss broke the air, and shadow sprites swarmed from a crack in the wall, their red eyes blazing. "Protect the relics," Buzz shouted, firing his laser. Woody grabbed the sun sign, dodging a black block tossed by a sprite. Lily clutched the marble, her cape snagging on the table. Tom swung his sword, scattering bricks but hitting a sprite, who hissed and fled. The chamber shook, and the deep laugh roared, closer now, from the crack. Red eyes glowed, bigger than ever, and a shadowy shape stirred, too large to see clearly. "It's coming," Lily whispered, her voice trembling. Woody's heart raced. They were so close, but the shadows were closer. "We need to build the sun," Woody said, stacking bricks around the table, matching the sun sign's swirls. Lily and Buzz joined him, snapping yellow and red bricks into a radiant pattern. The marble's glow steadied, and the table hummed, its slot glowing brighter. "It's working," Tom said, hauling bricks, his new cape flapping. But the sprites surged, tossing black blocks that stuck to the sun structure, making it wobble. Woody kicked one away, but the cloaked traitor appeared, its face hidden, tossing a black block that hit the marble. It flared, slipping from Lily's hands, and rolled toward the crack. "No!" Woody yelled, diving. Buzz caught it, but the chamber rumbled, and the sun structure cracked, half its bricks falling. Lily's eyes glistened. "We're losing it," she said. Woody grabbed her hand. "Not yet," he said, his voice firm, like when he rallied Andy's toys. "Tom, keep building. Buzz, guard the marble." They rebuilt, but the sprites were relentless, and the laugh grew louder. The marble flickered, its glow weak, and the slot dimmed. "It's not enough," Lily said, panic in her voice. Woody looked at the crack, the eyes glowing brighter. The Guardian's shadow was rising, and the traitor was still out there. The sun structure held, barely, but a sprite lunged at Tom, knocking him into the table. A hidden panel clicked open, revealing a dusty scroll with swirling writing. "Another clue," Lily gasped, grabbing it. Buzz scanned it. "Instructions for the heart," he said. "But the marble's failing." Woody's heart sank. They had the relics, the sign, the scroll, but the shadows were winning. The laugh roared, and the crack widened, the shadowy shape rising higher. What was the scroll hiding? And could they save the marble before it was too late? The chamber beneath the crystal spire pulsed with a fading light, its walls of glowing blocks flickering like a candle in a storm. Woody's cloth heart thumped as he gripped a yellow brick, his eyes on the cracked sun structure they built around the stone table. The glowing marble in Buzz Lightyear's hands flickered weakly, its swirls of blue, green, and gold barely shining. Lily clutched the dusty scroll they'd found, its swirling writing a new clue to the builder's code. Tom Brixton, draped in the Guardian's faded cape, hauled bricks, his helmet wobbling. "We're almost there," he said, dodging a loose block. But the crack in the floor gaped wider, red eyes glowing below, and a deep laugh roared, shaking the chamber. The shadowy shape rising from the depths was closer, its presence heavy as a thundercloud. Woody's boots skidded as he stacked a brick, his doubt pushed aside by the team's trust. "We need to finish the sun," he said, his voice steady, like when he rallied Andy's toys. Lily nodded, her purple cape torn but her eyes fierce. "The scroll says the sun seals the heart," she said. "If we place the marble, it might stop the shadows." Buzz scanned the scroll, his communicator sparking. "Precise construction required," he said. "But the marble's power's critical." Tom grinned, snapping a brick into place. "Like fixing a toy castle," he said, then yelped as a shadow sprite lunged from the crack, its red eyes blazing. "Protect the structure," Woody shouted, kicking a black block away. Buzz fired his laser, scattering sprites, while Lily and Tom rebuilt the sun, its yellow and red bricks clicking like happy sparks. The marble's glow steadied slightly, and the table's slot glowed brighter, calling for it. But the laugh grew louder, and the sprites surged, tossing black blocks that stuck to the sun, making it wobble. Woody's heart sank, but he thought of Andy, how he'd never give up on a broken toy. "Keep going," he called, stacking faster. Lily glanced at the crack, her face pale. "It's not just sprites," she said. "Something's leading them." The chamber shook, and the shadowy shape rose higher, revealing a giant figure made of smoky blocks, its red eyes huge, like burning coals. It was no sprite, but a towering creature, its laugh cold and sharp, like shattering ice. "I am the Sprite King," it boomed, its voice shaking the walls. "The heart is mine. Give me the marble." Woody froze, his stuffing cold. The Sprite King towered over the pedestal, its claws reaching. Lily clutched the scroll, her voice trembling. "You can't have it," she said. "It's Blockhaven's heart." The king laughed, tossing a black block that hit the sun structure, cracking it further. Buzz stepped forward, laser aimed. "Stand down," he said. "Or face Space Ranger justice." The king sneered, its eyes narrowing. "Foolish toys," it said. "The Guardian failed, and you will too." Woody's heart raced. The Guardian, Lily's brother, was tied to this. "We're not giving up," he said, grabbing a brick. Tom swung his sword, missing the king but hitting a sprite, who hissed and fled. Lily rebuilt, her hands shaking. "The scroll says the sun needs one more sign," she said. "A circle." Woody nodded, snapping bricks into a circular pattern, completing the sun. The marble flared, its glow brighter, and the Sprite King roared, tossing more black blocks. Buzz dodged, guarding the marble, but Tom tripped, his cape snagging on the table. A hidden lever clicked, and the table glowed, revealing a final carved brick, its swirls like a tiny circle. "The last sign," Lily gasped, grabbing it. The sun structure hummed, its cracks sealing, and the marble's pulses steadied. "Place it," Woody shouted, pointing to the slot. But the king lunged, its claws grazing Buzz, who stumbled, the marble slipping. Tom dove, catching it, his helmet flying off. "Got it," he yelled, tossing it to Lily. Lily reached for the slot, but the king tossed a black block, pinning her cape to the floor. "Help," she cried, struggling. Woody and Buzz fought off sprites, but the king loomed, its laugh deafening. The marble flickered, its glow weak. Woody's heart raced. They were so close, but the king was stronger. Then Tom, cape flapping, swung his sword at the black block, freeing Lily. "Go!" Tom shouted, tripping but smiling. Lily lunged, placing the marble in the slot. It flared, a burst of light flooding the chamber, and the sun structure glowed, whole and bright. The Sprite King roared, its form wavering, but the crack widened, and more sprites poured out, their eyes blazing. The laugh grew louder, and the chamber shook, the pedestal trembling. The marble's light dimmed, and Lily gasped. "It's not enough," she said. "The Guardian's still missing." Woody grabbed her hand, his eyes on the crack. The king was weakening, but something else was stirring. What was the circle sign hiding? And could they stop the shadows before Blockhaven fell? The chamber beneath the crystal spire blazed with the marble's fading light, its walls of glowing blocks pulsing like a heartbeat on the verge of stopping. Woody's cloth heart pounded as he gripped a brick, his eyes on the sun structure, now whole but trembling under the Sprite King's wrath. The glowing marble, placed in the pedestal slot by Lily, flickered weakly, its swirls of blue, green, and gold struggling to shine. The Sprite King, a towering figure of smoky blocks, roared, its red eyes blazing like twin fires, its claws tossing black blocks that shook the chamber. Buzz Lightyear fired his laser, scattering shadow sprites, while Tom Brixen, his guardian's cape flapping, hauled bricks to reinforce the sun. Lily clutched the carved brick with its circle swirls, her purple cape torn, her face fierce. "It's not enough," she said, her voice shaking. "We need the guardian." Woody's boots skidded on loose bricks, his doubt gone, replaced by the fire of Andy's trust. "We're not done," he shouted, stacking a brick. "Lily, what's the circle sign mean?" She held up the brick, its swirls glowing. "The scroll said it's unity," she said. "All the signs together, hand, star, flame, wave, cloud, sun, circle. They bind the heart." Woody nodded, his heart racing. "Then we build them all," he said. "Around the pedestal." Buzz scanned the structure, his communicator sparking. "Maximum coordination required," he said. "Sprites are escalating." Tom grinned, dodging a black block. "Like a giant puzzle," he said, snapping a brick into place. The Sprite King laughed, cold and sharp, like breaking glass. "Foolish toys," it boomed. "The heart is mine." It tossed a black block, hitting the sun structure, cracking it again. Woody ducked, his hat nearly flying off. "Keep building," he shouted, grabbing a blue brick. Lily worked beside him, her eyes glistening. "My brother would have loved this," she said. "He built to make people happy." Woody grabbed her hand. "He's still with us, Lily," he said, like Andy was with him, even far away. They snapped bricks into patterns, weaving the hand, star, flame, wave, cloud, sun, and circle signs into a radiant structure around the pedestal. The marble flared, its glow stronger, and the chamber hummed, the walls pulsing brighter. The Sprite King roared, its form wavering, but sprites surged, their red eyes blazing, tossing black blocks that stuck to the structure, making it shake. Buzz kicked one away, guarding the marble. "Hold the line," he said, his laser dimming. Tom swung his sword, scattering sprites, but tripped, knocking a brick loose. "Sorry," he yelped, scrambling to fix it. Lily stacked faster, her cape catching on a brick. "We're close," she said, hope in her voice. The structure grew, its clicks like a happy song, and the marble's pulses steadied, its light flooding the chamber. But the crack in the floor widened, and the Sprite King lunged, its claws grazing the pedestal. The marble flickered, and the structure wobbled. Woody's heart sank, but he thought of Andy's forts, how they'd rebuild after a fall. Together he shouted, rallying the team like he did Andy's toys. Buzz and Tom rebuilt, their hands a blur, while Lily placed the final circle brick, completing the structure. It glowed, a perfect blend of all the signs, and the marble blazed, its light blinding. The Sprite King screamed, its smoky form shrinking, the sprites hissing as they fled into the crack. The chamber shook, and the pedestal glowed, the marble sinking into the slot, locking with a soft click. The walls pulsed stronger, like a heartbeat reborn, and the crack sealed, the red eyes gone. The laugh faded, replaced by a warm hum. Lily gasped, tears in her eyes. "We did it," she said. "Blockhaven's heart." Woody hugged her, his stuffing warm. "You were amazing, Lily," he said. Tom clapped, tripping over his cape. "Heroes," he shouted, grinning. Buzz nodded, his suit gleaming. "Mission accomplished," he said, but his eyes scanned the chamber, wary. The structure shimmered, and a faint figure appeared, made of glowing blocks, like a ghost of bricks. There was a young builder, his cape like lilies, his eyes kind. Brother Lily whispered, reaching out. The figure smiled, his voice soft, like a breeze. You rebuilt my heart, he said. I'm sorry I fell to the shadows. I'm free now, thanks to you. Lily sobbed, and Woody's heart ached, like when Andy left a toy behind. The figure faded, leaving a warm glow. The marble pulsed once, then dimmed, its work done. But the chamber trembled, and a faint laugh echoed, far away, like a whisper of the Sprite King. Woody's stuffing prickled. It's not over, he said. Lily wiped her eyes, nodding. The traitor's still out there, she said. And my brother's free, but Blockhaven needs us. Buzz held up the scroll. Final objective, he said. Return home. The marble glowed softly, and a portal shimmered above the table, showing Andy's room. Woody's heart leaped, but the laugh echoed again, closer. What was left in the shadows? And could they leave Blockhaven behind?
The chamber beneath the crystal spire glowed with a gentle warmth, its walls of pulsing blocks humming like a happy heartbeat. Woody stood by the radiant structure, its woven patterns of hand, star, flame, wave, cloud, sun, and circle signs shining like a completed puzzle. The glowing marble, now locked in the pedestal slot, pulsed softly, its swirls of blue, green, and gold calm, like a quiet sea. Above the stone table, a portal shimmered, showing Andy's room, the familiar bed, scattered toys, and moonlight spilling through the window. Lily's eyes glistened, her purple cape still, as she gazed at the fading glow of her brother's figure. Buzz Lightyear scanned the portal, his wrist communicator steady. Stable energy signature, he said. We've got a way home. Tom Brixton, his guardian's cape flapping, grinned. Back to Andy, he said, then tripped over a brick, catching himself. Woody's cloth heart swelled at the sight of Andy's room, but a faint laugh, cold and distant, echoed from the chamber's walls, like a shadow refusing to fade. The Sprite King was gone, its sprites scattered, and the heart of Blockhaven beat strong, but the traitor's cloaked figure was still out there. He glanced at Lily, her face a mix of joy and worry. Your brother's free, he said, his voice soft, like when he comforted Andy's toys. You saved Blockhaven. Lily nodded, wiping her eyes. He'd be proud, she said. But that laugh, it's not over. Woody put a hand on her shoulder. You'll keep this place safe, he said, like Andy trusted him to guard the toy box. Buzz stepped closer, his suit gleaming. Mission debrief, he said. Heart stabilized, portal active. But unidentified threat remains. We need to secure Andy's room. Tom adjusted his helmet, his armor clanking. What if the bad guy follows us, he asked, eyes wide. Woody chuckled, ruffling Tom's cape. We'll handle it, Tom, he said. Together. Lily clutched the carved brick with its circle swirls, her voice firm. I'll stay, she said. Blockhaven needs me. I'll find the traitor and make sure the heart stays strong. Woody's heart ached, like leaving a friend behind, but he nodded. You're a hero, Lily, he said. We'll never forget you. The portal glowed brighter, its light warm, like a hug from Andy. Woody took a deep breath, his boots steady. Let's go home, he said, his doubt gone, replaced by the fire of their adventure. Buzz saluted Lily. Stay vigilant, warrior, he said. Tom hugged her, nearly knocking her over. Visit us, Tom said, his helmet slipping. Lily laughed, her blocky cheeks flushed. I'll try, she said. Keep Andy's toys safe. The portal hummed, and Woody led the way, Buzz and Tom behind him. The chamber faded, replaced by a whirl of colors, like the marble swirls, and they landed with a soft thud on Andy's familiar rug. The room was quiet, moonlight painting silver stripes across the floor. Woody's heart leaped at the sight of Andy's bed, the cowboy hat on the bedpost, the scattered dinosaurs and blocks. Home, he whispered, his stuffing warm. Buzz scanned the room, his laser dim. No hostiles detected, he said. Mission complete. Tom flopped onto a toy truck, his cape tangled. That was awesome, he said, grinning. But Woody's eyes drifted to the bed, where a faint glow pulsed, just like before. He knelt, peering underneath, and gasped. A tiny marble, not theirs, shimmered in the dust, its swirls new, like a different story waiting. Buzz joined him, his communicator buzzing. Another anomaly, he said, eyes wide. Woody tipped his hat back, a smile tugging at his lips. Looks like Blockhaven's not the only adventure, he said. Tom crawled over, his helmet askew. Another marble, he asked, excited. Woody nodded, his heart racing. Maybe Lily's got company, he said. Or maybe Andy's room's full of secrets. The glow pulsed, and that faint laugh echoed, so soft it might have been the wind. Woody stood, his boots firm. They'd saved Blockhaven, freed the Guardian, and come home, but something new was calling. The moonlight shifted, and Andy's toys stirred, their plastic eyes curious. Woody grinned, feeling Andy's trust, even in the quiet. We're back, he said to the room, his voice strong. And we're ready for whatever's next. The marble glowed brighter, its swirls dancing, and the laugh whispered again, teasing, like a game not yet played. What was hiding under the bed? And what adventures waited in the glow?
Thank you for listening to these incredible stories. Our team would really appreciate it if you give us a like and comment. Your opinion is very important to us. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you are not subscribed.